He's pretty chilled.
Was this chair awful?
Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral TV, powered by Evergreen Apothecary. We've got Kale Nelson and Chad Drew in studio, as well as myself, Moose, and CT behind the boards. And since we have this rare opportunity to have 4 South Broadway we're not South Broadway here. We're so bro.
We're so bro. We're the Green Mile.
The Green Mile here.
Broadsterdam.
Broadsterdam, the Green Mile. We're gonna talk about some of the characters we see wandering the streets of this neighborhood, and I think we're gonna start with Chad.
Oh, right on the spot. Actually, probably one of the funniest ones I've had recently was there was a dude that started running down the street, like just screaming to himself, and then one of the bands was unloading over here at Herman's, and he started some shit with one of the girls, like he got all close to the girl or something, and the bands obviously were like, what the hell is going on with this dude? And he takes off screaming and singing and screaming like only a couple houses down, and then he comes back and he starts talking shit. And
that was me, dude. I was trying to warm up. Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like it might have been one of the residents of the motel.
Very well. I think he might have come from there.
Or a guest.
A guest. Is that what we call them?
Quote unquote guest.
There's residents and guests, right?
Dude,
that's hilarious.
There's definitely enough characters on Broadway, though.
Yeah, for sure. That reminds me of one time before I even moved to Denver. So this would have probably been 2008. I was up here playing a show with my band, and we were playing at Osley's Golden Road, which I don't think is around anymore, but it was down in like 5 points.
Okay.
And after the show, we were loading out, and there's this fucking dude riding like a shitty bike down the street. And then after he passes the venue, these dudes run out and fucking knock him off his bike and start beating the shit out of him. And then like this brawl ensues in the middle of the street, and it turns out that the dude had stolen the bike from one of these other fucking crackheads. And so the fucking like crackhead assembly came out to beat the shit out of this guy.
Boy.
Calling all cracks.
All cracks. It's all cracks of life.
They're just getting it together.
My favorite guy, it was a couple years ago. He was trying to get in, and he was tweaking pretty hard. So we denied him, and he told us that he knew karate. He was gonna kick our ass, and of course we encouraged it.
That wasn't Dave Barber.
No, I don't think Dave was here though. I don't know. After we were done cleaning up, all of a sudden I hear something outside, and I look outside. Like, look out the door. I mean, all the lights are down. This before we had the patio, so it was real dark. There was only 2 windows. And I look out the window, and this dude is out there now in his karate gi. Okay? This is like 3:30 in the morning. He's got it knotted up. He's doing his punching, doing some kicking.
Enjoying it.
Maybe a couple spins. And, of course, we were just encouraging him because it was awesome.
Hey, guys. Yeah, there's some nuts, dude. I have a video of attempted homicide in the back parking lot.
Yeah, I want to see. We watched
crazy,
this before
dude.
on the show, but it's awesome. We should watch it again.
There you go.
This is like
just the middle of the
This
day.
was the original Motel Minute.
Watch this.
There it comes. Running.
Watch this.
Accelerating to the last.
He's like, hell no, I'm out.
That's not.
Thank God that guy didn't hit either of those cars right there.
Trying to fucking hit the guy.
Thank God he didn't hit
Here, let me show you
white
again.
LeBaron.
Yeah.
That white LeBaron. Here you go, one more time. Dude runs right here.
I mean,
Car's right behind him. There's the
just right
fence.
on the edge of the fence.
Oh,
He like wrote it in.
He did.
Accelerating to the last second. I mean,
I like Mikey Roth on there.
He really wanted to kill that guy. Yeah, not trying to miss the guy. That's trying to hit
My thoughts on this from the beginning were, after I saw it, was that was somebody's wife.
Oh yeah.
Drug deal gone bad, kind of almost crept in there first, but then I was like, that looks like a wife. Especially since nothing ever happened. Like, he didn't get run over
For sure.
down the street, and the cops weren't called. The cops didn't hear anything about it. That lets me know that finally she was like, pulled up next to him and was like, get in the car. And he's like, you chill?
And then he just takes off running.
You almost killed me that time, baby. I love
You want to see another video of Pat recording a lead. It's pretty cool. It's not all about me, but I got some cool stuff. Check this out.
Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hell yeah.
Who was that?
That was cool.
That was Pat.
right?
Yeah, Pat Searcy laying
yeah.
a lead in the office.
Nice.
Good stuff, man.
He was cool.
We should send Kale over with a lab mic, dude, and just like,
Go talk
who's
to
gonna
going
stop
on over
Kale
here?
from walking in there? You know what I'm saying?
I walk over there all the time. Those are my homies.
We'll
the
make
red
him wear a
flag?
wire,
Oh, yeah.
and then we're gonna send him over to the motel, dude. And we'll have like cams. We'll have cams behind the fence peering over, and then you
Yeah.
just stir up the hornet's nest, dude. You know?
I would do it too.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Speaking of the characters on Broadway, I totally just had one pop in my head. Do you mind? Dude, I was over here one evening, and there was like two guys that were kind of, homeless, had as much of their stuff as they could with them, and one of them had a chainsaw, like a full-fledged steel
Serious?
chainsaw with him, and they yelled at each other and fought, and one of them just threw the chainsaw across, and it was sitting in the middle of the street, where a car could just run over it. And I'm like, holy crap, for real? Right on, okay. So they walk away, and the chainsaw's just sitting in Broadway, any car could just take it out at any moment. But it's late. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the middle of the week, And so I'm like, well, shit. So I go over and I pick up the chainsaw, move it over to the gutter, and then I go back and I'm chilling and talking. And all of a sudden, this chick that's with them but can't keep up because she's got more in her hands and shit like that. She comes following up about 5 minutes later, and she walks up to where the chainsaw is, and she looks at it. She knows that it's those guys, so she bends up, and I have it in the gutter. And she bends down and grabs it. And she walks to the middle of the street, and then she looks at it, and she just drops it in the middle of the fucking street again, dude. Just right there. And she just drops it I think they meant to have it right here for a car to be able to hit, dude.
That's awesome.
They're like, my arch enemy is about to drive down the street at this exact time,
You know,
and he's gonna fucking
check out this
take
picture
it.
I took. That's in the alley. There's a dude just sleeping in the alley. Cars could drive around him it was they had to drive really slow to make that.
I feel like I don't know if I would drive around him. I might pull out and just go around.
That alley is pretty notorious for that, though, right there.
You
Dude,
never
I was
know.
pulling out to lunch at the end of that alley, and there was a couple of homeless guys that were chilling in the shade, and the shade had kind of gotten out to the street, so they were kind of half asleep out there, and I swear I almost hit them too, just at the end right there, right close to the street. They chill in there when it's a hot day, you know what I mean?
The winners of the world.
We can catch up with them soon on the next Motel Minute.
All right.
Motel Minute.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming down on the program tonight. Chad, Drew, and Kale, Nelson, CT, Moose. We'll see you next week on World Viral TV. Stay tuned.
Here we go.
Herman's Hideaway on the corner of Iowa and Broadway. Your favorite independent anti-corporate venue featuring Westward's best patio. Now serving award-winning food. From metal to jazz to hip-hop, Herman's Hideaway has something for everyone. And if you want to book your act at Herman's Hideaway, email booking@hermanshideaway.com or call 303-777-2535. There's only one venue, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Holding it down in Denver. Go to hermanshideaway.com for more information and show listings.